high honor. Shows how much we like her.
Well, I tell you what. I bet you $50 she turns down the offer.
Turns it down?
Aye.
President of our Women's Institute? Oh, no, it isn't done.
$50?
Done. And I tell you, this $50 is one I shall win. Or Carol and I'll have words. Oh, turn down a Women's Institute presidency. Oh, you're up the pole, Dan Archer. You just don't
know. I come home to dinner like I said, all right.
I got you some dinner, Ned, but I've not gone to as much trouble as usual.
If it was any more trouble, he could have his cards.
That was a bit much. I mean, could happen to any of us, did it?
But of all the staff who celebrated and got thick heads on the occasion of your wedding, Parker was the only man to abuse the privilege and take 2 days off. The only man.
Oh, all right, Philip, all right. Well, you said your say about that. In any case, I expect it's all blown over now. He's back on the job, I hope.
Yes.
Then let's not deal with things that are over and done with. What's next?
Oh, well, lots of things. Well, there's Howell and his wife. And the sooner they're sent packing, the better.
Eh? But Howell's all right. And his wife will settle down eventually.
He's not up to the job. All he'd done before he came here was produce roses and vegetable marrows for a rich dilettante who'd got a hobby farm. He's never run a money-making commercial outfit like Carol's Market Garden, and he just doesn't know where to start.
Oh, very well, then. I'll ask Carol to look into it. Now, who else have you fallen out with?
Look, it isn't exactly a matter of falling out with people.
Sorry, it was beginning to sound that way.
Incidentally, I'm closing the stream at Lower Bank. You know, where it comes out of the lake. The people who are making themselves a nuisance.
But you can't close it to one section of the public without closing it to all of them. The villagers as well.
But the place gets inundated with trippers, coachloads from Hollerton. And on the day we had the big shoot.
Big shoot? What big shoot?
Well, the one you arranged before you left.
You mean you had a shoot without me here to act as host?
Yes, it was the dickens of a job that we managed. They had good bags, too. They seemed very pleased.
You mean there were guns here backing my game while I was 1,000 miles away?
Well, you laid on the shoot. You invited everybody. And then cleared off a few days before it happened. What were we supposed to do?
Why, call it off, of course. I'd overlooked it with the wedding and everything. Important guests, no host.
Yes, that's what we thought.
Who's we?
Harvey, Tom Forrester now. They were quite important people who'd been invited, and rather than give them the impression that you had forgotten about them completely, we tried to suggest that the dates had clashed, but rather than spoil your guests' shooting weekend, you laid on full arrangements for their comfort and enjoyment, and hoped they'd take advantage of the birds and the amenities.
Yes. Yes, of course, I see it's placed you in a very difficult situation. I'm sure you did your best, all of you. But so far as the business of prohibiting the villagers from their right to fish that one bank of the river, well, I don't like that at all. Must do something to rectify that.
Give you 3 guesses.
What? No, I don't believe it.
Hello, John.
Carol. Well, me old Carol. Brown as a berry and bursting with vim and vigor.
Hey, I don't like the bursting idea. Charles keeps telling me I've put on pounds and pounds.
Yes, all that pasta, all that vino, lashings of tagliatelle, macaroni, and all the rest of it. Look what it's done for Sophia Loren and Alolo. You, too, can have a figure like theirs.
Yes. Anyway, apart from all that, how are you, John?
All the better for being able to rest my tired old eyes on you. Well, look, come in, sit down. This is off 10 past 1.
Oh, no, sir. You're not right now. But I thought I'd have to come and see you.
Well, it was nice of you, Carol. And thanks for your postcard.
Yes, I might tell you, you were jolly honoured. Nobody else got postcards from me.
I appreciate the honour. But tell me, Carol, now what?
Huh?
Well, what does the future hold in store?
Why, Mrs. Grendel.
As I said, First Lady in Ambridge.
Oh, I can't change a bit, honestly. Charles will, I think.
Impossible.
Oh, no, it isn't. And don't you dare say that. Charles has a lovely sense of humour, John, and he's a delightful companion. You'd be surprised.
Astounded is a better word.
Yes, I don't mind you saying that. I was astounded, too. I always thought he'd be rather serious-minded about things, but, you know, he wasn't a bit. He was just, well, great fun to be with.
Ah, confound the man. Here's me waiting and hoping you'll come back to my aching arms with cries of, oh, John, why did I forsake you for him? He hasn't got your polish, your wit, your intelligence, your understanding. And yet you're here to tell me he's got, well, all this in heaven, too.
Yes, that's right. Aren't I lucky?
Oh. is. Seems as though your Prince Charming wasn't such a bad egg after all.
Nope, not such a bad egg at all. But it's still lovely to see you again, John. And my first job as Mrs. Grenville, who, after all, must have her villagers' interests at heart, is to find you a wife very quick, sharp.
Why, what for?
To give my dear husband complete peace of mind. While you're running around Ambridge footloose and fancy-free as a bachelor, he'll never really be completely free from anxiety. Nor me, of course.
So I'm to be butchered to make a Grenville holiday.
That's right.
Oh.
Now, what about Miss Dawn Kingsley, John? Come on, tell me all the latest news. Because from bits of gossip I've heard, it seems that she and her mother are out to snare you into marriage.
What? Not on your Nellie, Mrs. Charles Grenville? Oh, no.
Really?
Oh.
Well, now, what's happened? Come on now, I'm dying to know. Tell me all the news, John, in your own inimitable way. I'm dying to hear it all. Start right at the beginning, after we left the reception. What you did with that?
Jack, I'm coming along on the trip, as I said, anything to help. But I just don't somehow see you and me making a very deep impression on Garland of all people.
Oh, it'll probably all blow over. There'll be no case to bring to court when all the nonsense has blown away. But I don't want our Lillian worried to death. I certainly don't want her up in court.
So you reckon I could talk Bert Garland into forgetting the whole affair?
Oh, between us, we might appeal to his common sense and decency.
Well, far be it from me to run down a fellow's armor, Jack. But I'd say that when common sense and decency were dished out, Bert Garland was at the back of the queue.
But dash it, he surely can't want to vent his spite on a dog and a little girl.
Soon find out. Here we are, Garland's farmhouse. And a pretty bleak and senseless place it is, too. It reminds me of that place where those writing people used to live up on the Yorkshire moors. Oh, was it?
Oh, I know. The Brontes.
Aye, that's right.
I remember I saw a picture or drawing in a book once. Yes, this place has the same sort of gloomy appearance, as though it was steeped in human misery.
Well, come on, let's take the bull by the horns. Oh, there's somebody in. I can see a light.
All right, Peter, stay where you are. I can deal with this lot. They won't be coming at us.
How do, Bert?
Well, well, just look who's here. Drove out specially to see Bert Garland, the mighty archers. I am privileged, and I.
Bert, we're not happy about this business of Jack's daughter and the dog. We gather Turpin didn't do any actual damage.
No
did
damage. You seen them bullocks? Seen them, have you?
Oh, come on, let's see the animals. Show us how they look.
The whole business is sub judice.
Come again?
Oh, yes, I'm no ignoramus. Sub judice is the word. The case is in the hands of the police, and I'm saying and doing nothing more than leaving it to them. And the sooner you're off my land, the better.
But surely you wouldn't want to bring an innocent girl up in court.
She might as well get used to it. Probably be there later on in life.
Why, for 2 pins I'd flatten you,
Jack.
That you.
He's only waiting for the opportunity. His shotgun's in the hall there. If you went for him on his own doorstep, he'd plead self-defense.
Oh, I agree. A man who'd take a 12-bore shotgun to a little girl and a dog wouldn't stop at anything.
Now, look here, Bert. I'm giving you a piece of very sound advice, man. Get in your car and go and see the nearest doctor. Let him examine you.
There's nothing wrong with me, Dan Archer. Nothing at all. I got a body as fit as they come.
Maybe, but it's your mind we're worried about, Bert. That mind of yours. It needs attention. Quick.
Add 'em up, you two Archers. Dog not under control. Dog with no name on collar. Trespassing. Cattle worrying. Oh, you got them coming to you lot, and don't you forget it. They're going to throw the book at you, Jack Archer, and all legal and above board and all. Think of the damages and compensation and all.
Oh, come on, Jack. We're wasting our time.
Righto, Dad. I won't stay any longer. I'm glad you said to come away.
Why, he's round the bend. Thinking maniac, Jack. That poor wife of his. How on earth does she stand it? Why does she stand it?
I know, I've often wondered. So's Peg. Trouble is, there's just enough truth in all his accusations to make a case. If he has deliberately damaged some of those cattle just to strengthen the case against Turpin, well, I don't know. I just don't know. But he's Garland.
Well, you seem
there?
Oh, good morning, Mr. Tregoran.
Any post of importance this morning? Any fat checks for goods and services rendered?
Well, one or two nice ones we've been expecting.
You seem a bit subdued. Any problems?
A bit of a problem.
Oh, what's it this time? Don't tell me I come into it again.
Oh, yes, you do, really.
Oh, this cannot go on, you know. We must be able to run for more than a fortnight at a time without an emotional crisis.
You'll probably be glad.
Glad? What should I be glad about?
My parents had a talk with me last night.
I should have thought you were a bit old for that.
Pardon?
Oh, never mind. Let's carry on. So your parents had a talk with you?
Yes. They feel the time has come for me to make a move.
Hmm?
Well, they think I should just give my notice in. They feel that I've worked at this job long enough now.
But you've only been here 5 minutes, relatively speaking.
Well, they...
To the devil with what they think. You're just beginning to be of real use to me. You're good at your job now. You can't just buzz off and leave me flat with all the work we've got coming along. Oh, no, it just isn't on, young lady. You can't do it. What do you want, a rise? Come on, let's have it in so many words. Why do you want to leave? The truth now. Come on.